Hello and welcome to Manga News. Did it seem professional? Like I felt pretty. Look at this tie. It's comically large. Also, my sweatpants. And these papers are blank. But no, I thought it would be kind of cool to talk about some news going on in like the manga world. The first one, the K-Manga Drama. It's a very clickbait title, but no. So there was this Twitter user. Yeah, I'm gonna say Twitter and not X. Okay, let's move on. Who posted an image of K-Manga pretty much banned his account because he was taking too many screenshots. It looks like for a video he was working on. I know what you're saying. To yourself, like, hey man, you make manga videos and you use manga panels, and no wonder you're not gonna like this. Okay, you're 100% right on that. But there's actually another thing. I think a company that bans an account you're paying money for, because you took some screenshots of some manga panels, that's not good. Like, I don't know. I know there's always going to be this kind of divide, especially with like Japan, North America, and fair use and all that. But I think like people like me, or if you watch this video and you make manga content, anime content, whatever it may be, right? What they don't realize is it's good marketing for their upcoming release. And especially K-Manga. Listen, man, you're going to need all the good publicity you can handle. Because right now your app, not good. I was going to say another word. But hey, family-friendly programming, right? But it's crazy to me that you can pay money for something, and then this company's like, no, banned. Not, hey man, like you're getting timed out, anything like that. The photo says your account can no longer access any of our services that this person pays for. Regardless, right? Regardless if, you know, it's right or wrong to take screenshots and use them in your YouTube videos, TikTok videos, whatever it may be. You know, but those systems have in place copyright strikes and a bunch of different things to kind of combat with fair use. They have their own systems, let them deal with it. For an app to legitimately just ban a guy, just nope, it's over, is wild. But in some happier news, to move on to our second story, still blank. Togashi is back, the writer of Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho. And I'm actually making my way through the Hunter x Hunter anime right now. You know, we're not here to talk about how I feel about the beginning parts of Hunter x Hunter. Whew. It shows its age in some spots. But he put on Twitter a very a corner of an image, and Twitter lost their minds. 500k likes in like less than an hour, or at least less than a day. So people are very excited that Hunter x Hunter is continuing. Hunter x Hunter is such a unique story because it went on such a long break. People believed it was never coming back, and then he brought it back for like 10 chapters and then went on another year break, and now he captioned this with starting over. And you know, regardless, I think hiatus is good. Like, it's a bummer that it's your favorite series, like whatever series we're talking about, but I think the working conditions of like manga authors, it's been documented, and it's kind of really getting better, I hear, allegedly. I know it's still probably horrible with the deadlines and everything like that, and I think hiatus is good. Health should always come first, right? And I think it's such a awesome thing that manga authors are getting the ability to take time for their health. I know Oda went on a few breaks for health reasons. I think he had like eye surgery, and there's been a few others that have taken like some health, whether it be mental health or physical health breaks. And I think it's so fantastic that the industry is finally kind of accepting that, because I know for a long time, especially when I was growing up, like, hey, they were like, hey, listen, it's released every week. You make a chapter every week. Because I think, unfortunately, there have been some manga series that have not been able to be finished. And for him to, I don't know, he is a very shonen protagonist right now. He's like, no, this will not defeat, I will defeat it. we will finish Hunter x Hunter. And I think that is so incredibly cool. And I hope that he stays healthy and the Hunter x Hunter fans get the ending that they deserve. And moving on to another manga app service, Manga Plus announced their new subscription service. They actually have two tiers of service. One is kind of the standard for $1.99, and that gives you access to, I believe, let me check my notes, hold on. These paper, not my phone. The standard plan includes more than 6,000 currently serializing series. In this news article it says, aka series that are continuing to release new chapters. Thank you for that clarification. Such as like One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen, Spy Family. But when it comes to the deluxe plan, which is like $4.99, it has over 15,000 chapters, both current running series and completed series. And Manga Plus is like a Shueisha company, right? But it's not just like Shonen Jump titles. They actually have like Ocean Koi's on there, or Ocean Ko, depending on who you ask, which is published by Yen Press. So it makes you think and it makes you wonder, could this be the manga app that brings publishers together? Because I think, like personally as a manga fan, if you could have one app, even if it was a little bit more expensive, because Shonen Jump app was $1.99, I believe they have gone up to $2.99 or $3.99 at this point. But that's just Shonen Jump stuff. And if you want to branch out, you kind of have to get the K-MANGA app, this app, and I think that if they kind of came together, and I know the business is probably crazy with licensing and cuts, and Shonen Jump's probably like, well, we're bringing in the most people, you know, listen, there's probably a lot behind the scenes that goes into it. But if there could be an app where you could pay one price and get the majority of stuff, I think that would clean up. And I think people would be willing to pay a little bit of a premium to have access to, you know, any title that they kind of hear about on the internet from people that do YouTube videos. And I think with the addition of stuff like Ocean Ko from Yen Press, Manga Plus is kind of maybe making a play for that. And as you can see, you could take photos on that app. You know, they don't ban you, unlike K-Manga. Something else that I found on the internet today is Attack on Titan is getting its first and last art book. And there's going to be something kind of special about this art book. One thing that's not special is the price, $148. And it will be released on April 30th of 2024. It is a print-on-demand art book right now in Japan, so where they're kind of taking pre-orders until I think November of this year, and kind of fulfilling those pre-orders in April of next year. But what makes it interesting is not just because the art and all of the things that go with art books. I think $148 is a wild amount, especially for 200 pages of an art book. But it's technically only 182 pages because the author of Attack on Titan, it doesn't really say what it's going to be, but it's kind of the final chapter in Attack on Titan. If you don't remember, when the final chapter came out of Attack on Titan, you know, listen, I haven't read all of Attack on Titan, so who am I to say? But the manga community, boy, if you remember, people flipped out. So much so that they had to actually issue a statement for when the author was going to a convention of that year to be nice to him, because fans were attacking him on the internet, because that's the most healthy way to be, you know what I'm saying? An author made a choice that I don't like. Attack him. That's the key, right? That'll get your point across, you know what I mean? That won't make you sound insane. You're right. Good call, he says sarcastically, knowing that it is not a good call. But besides the final chapter, it will include reproduction of the final chapter's manuscript with elements like draft lines, specially embroidered versions of Mikasa's scarf, replica of Aaron's keys and padlock. I don't know, man. It's tough, right? Like I can completely understand not liking an ending to a series, because even if TV or whatever it may be, like, it's hard to land an ending, especially for a series as incredibly popular and a fan base as dedicated as Attack on Titan. But the idea, and maybe, I can't speak on, maybe this was like a story or something that he wanted to tell all along. It had nothing to do with the backlash that he received for a bad ending. 100% possible. But it also does feel like, please like me, please, I'm sorry. And it's kind of a bummer that a creative author may or may not, who knows, like, I don't know this man personally, you're right, but that he might have felt compelled, is the word I'm going to use, by a very dedicated fan base to end a story differently because of the reception. And I don't know, actually I do know, I don't think that's a good thing. But again, it might be an amazing final chapter, and it might right all the wrongs that people felt that the final chapter of Attack on Titan happened. I need to finish Attack on Titan. You can't see, but I have the omnibuses just lined up right there. I need to jump on that. You're right. I need to jump on it. You're right. Because, you know, I don't have enough manga to read. Just not enough. I need more. And for our final story in this video, hopefully you're enjoying the video. Let me know if you did kind of like this format. I already know these news articles, and I think it would be kind of a fun way to talk with you guys, like in the comments and stuff, of like news is happening currently in the manga world. So hopefully you are enjoying the video, because this last story is a recommendation, manga recommendation. People love that on YouTube, but it's from the creator of Vinland Saga. And he actually recommended one that I have never heard of. Again, maybe some of you guys have, but I personally hadn't heard of. And that manga is The Bungle Call. The series started serialization in Shueisha's Jump Square magazine in June 2022. The manga follows Luca, who is a branch processor, as he wants to fulfill his dream of becoming a musician. He joins the world revolving around the tower, aiming to eliminate the soldiers of the Empire known as the branch possessors of the Flower Crown. That is a mouthful. That is a mouthful. Luca has multiple abilities and investigate his circumstances, as well as religious rituals that require sacrifice. Oh my god, this is dark. Hey, you know, it does sound super interesting, but if you've read Vinland Saga, you know it deals with a difficult subject, and it looks like he's a fan of what he writes. So I'm going to check it out, but if you want to check it out, again, it's called The Bungle Call. It's from the creator of Vinland Saga. I love that series, so it's always fun to me to read works that the author of works that you like are a fan of, because you know that's where they get inspired from. So that will wrap up this week's manga news. How'd you like it? Did you enjoy the video? Dude, I don't know, it's kind of fun, right? Like, I felt like I was trying to be serious. Did I come off as serious? Like, I wanted to come off as like a news broadcaster. Did that? I feel like that came off. I feel like, you know, nailed it. It was the tie. It again, comically big. Also my sweatpants, like a news broadcaster. Look very professional right here, kind of. What is going on? I was nailing, that's what you were thinking. You were nailing the video to the very end. But yeah, seriously, let me know if you enjoyed this video, because it was very fun to make, and I would love to make more. And as always, I appreciate you guys that made it to the end of this video. It means the world to me. And I hope if you're having a bad day, it gets better. If you're having a good day, I hope it becomes fantastic. I'll see you next time.